Welcome back each and everyone watching Mama Gasabo Television. Thank you for being there. You get to be with me, Kamika Gisle. Now let's kick off the news headlines. Rwanda strengthens global presence as diplomatic mission expands. Rwanda expands early childhood education. On the international news, Russian general shot in Moscow. Now let's take a short break to be back on the news details. Welcome back. Let's start in Rwanda. Rwanda's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation, Ambassador Olivier Jean-Patrick Nduhungirehe, said the country has significantly strengthened its international presence since the launch of the National Dialogue Council in 2003. Speaking at the 20th National Dialogue Conference, he said Rwanda has expanded its diplomatic network from 20 embassies to 50 over the past 23 years. He added that the number of foreign embassies operating in Rwanda has also risen from 16 in 2003 to 47 today, while 22 international organizations have established headquarters in their country. Ambassador Nduhungirehe said Rwanda is now viewed as a trusted and respected partner internationally, citing its active role in organizations such as African Union, the Commonwealth, and La Francophonie. He noted that Rwanda has proposed a candidate for the 2026 Secretary General elections of international bodies. He also highlighted Rwanda's strong contribution to UN peacekeeping missions, which has made it Africa's leading troop contributor. Moving ahead, on the sidelines of the National Dialogue Conference, Minister of Education Joseph Nsengimana said the access to education in Rwanda has significantly expanded, allowing more children to attend school from an early age, including the nursery level. He explained that before the 1994 nursery education was limited with only a small number of schools available, but today more than 100,000 children are enrolled in nursery schools across the country. According to the minister, this early preparation plays a key role in helping children develop learning skills and succeed in their academic journey. Minister Nsengimana emphasized that the expansion of early childhood education has created opportunities for Rwandan children to be better prepared before entering primary school, strengthening their chances of long-term success. He also highlighted that government is addressing English proficiency gaps in schools through a new program targeting all educators. The initiative aims to ensure teachers reach the B2 level of English proficiency by the end of this year. Now turning to the next story, National Bank of Rwanda has issued public warning against the use of banknotes in decorative and celebratory displays, describing the growing practice as illegal and harmful to the national currency. According to the central bank, some members of the public have been incorporating Rwandan francs into many bouquets and floral arrangements. Benin officials say such handling damages the physical integrity of the banknotes, making them unsuitable for cash handling machines, ATMs, and other essential processing equipments. The resulting wear and tear leads to premature withdrawal of notes and adds an unnecessary cost to the cash system. The bank reminded citizens that defacing, mutilating, and impairing currency is an offense punishable under Rwandan law, and it urged the public to avoid these practices to protect the quality and usability of the nation's money. Now let's take a short break to be back on the international news.
Yego nshuti bakunzi rero mukurikira ibiganiro byacu Scovia Fashion Shop munoneho kugira ngo muyibone uraturuka kuri Rwanda Revenue hari akarenge kanditsemo Scovia Fashion Shop muri nyubako ya Mike muri Mike ako karenge kari mu ibara ritukura iyo urebye hasi ibara ritukura ribona harimo numero za telefone wahamagara ako karenge kanditsemo Scovia Fashion ugakurikire karakujyana mu iduka ngo pi
Welcome back. On the international news, a high-profile general in Russia's military has been shot several times and wounded in Moscow.
On the international news, Cote d'Ivoire has formally protested remarks made by Nigeria's President General Abdurrahman Chiani after he accused Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara of supporting a terrorist attack at Niamey Airport on January 28, 2026. In response, Ivorian Foreign Minister Niale Kaba summoned Nigeria's ambassador in Abidjan to express the country's deep concern and sadness over the accusations. Last week, President Chiani also targeted French President Emmanuel Macron and Benin's President Patrice Talon using strong language to denounce what he called the sponsors of the attack. Following a cabinet meeting on February 4th, government spokesperson Amadou Koulibaly said Cote d'Ivoire rejected the claims and demanded proof. He stressed that while general accusation against the country had previously gone unanswered, the electing naming President Ouattara crossed a red line. Abidjan later sent an official letter to Niger seeking clarification but has received no reply so far. Proceeding on international news, a senior Russian military official, Lieutenant General Vladimir Alexeyev, has been shot several times and wounded in Moscow, according to Russian investigators. The attack took place on Friday morning inside the residential building on Volokolamsk Highway in the city's northwest. Alexeyev, a top figure in Russia's military intelligence agency, the GRU, was rushed to the hospital, though authorities have not disclosed his condition. Russia's investigations committee has opened a criminal case for attempted murder, but no suspects have been identified. Alexeyev is a high-profile figure who played a key role in Russia's war in Ukraine, including participating in talks during 2022 siege in Mariupol and negotiations with Wagner mercenary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin during his brief meeting in 2023. He has been under the European Union sanctions since 2018. The shooting follows a series of attacks on senior Russia's military figures in Moscow since the invasion of Ukraine began. Concluding our international news, Iran and the United States are meeting in Muscat, Oman for renewed talks amid heightened tensions with separate development priorities on the agenda. Iran wants negotiations to focus solely on its nuclear program and the lifting of sanctions, while Washington insists on also addressing Iran's ballistic missile program and the support for regional militant groups. The main nuclear dispute centers on uranium enrichment. Iran has enriched uranium up to 60% before US airstrikes on its nuclear facilities during the 2025 Iran-Israel war, far above limits set by abundant 2015 nuclear deal. The US now demands a complete halt to enrichment, a condition Iran calls non-negotiable. Uncertainty also surrounds Iran's stockpile of highly enriched uranium buried under bomb sites. Beyond nuclear issues, the US raises concerns about Iran's regional influence through groups such as Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis, as well as Tehran's deadly crackdown on recent anti-government protests. This is the end of our international news. This is Mamar Galasabo Television.
As we come to the end of our news edition, let's remind you of the top stories that we talked about. Rwanda strengthens global presence as diplomatic mission expands. Rwanda expands early childhood education. On the international news, Russian general shot in Moscow. And this marks the end of today's news edition. Stay tuned.